Okay, so welcome to a video with the world's ugliest race t-shirt. I promised to explain how I wrap the pincher areas, as I call them, for the seat stays and so forth. And so if you've seen the page above, if you're watching this on YouTube, go to my crazy guy on a bike building a carbon fiber recumbent touring bike to see what we're talking about here. Assume that one of these is the T-nut and the other is the washer, and that this is the carbon fiber tube, and that this beautiful pink duct tape is just JB Weld tacking these down. So this is the carbon fiber toe. It's actually just lousy string. But in this example, it's the carbon fiber toe. After masking off the end of the tube, I would tape this carbon fiber toe down onto the tube like that, and then you bring it in like this, and then you go underneath the tube, and then you get it up here, you bring it in and across, and then underneath, and then up and in and across and underneath. And you can crisscross them once in a while. The toe is kind of thick, so if you keep going the same direction, you'll start to get like a little bit of a empty spot in the middle, so you can crisscross once in a while if you want. And you basically just do this until you get several layers. Now the toe I use, carbon fiber yarn as it were, that I use is 12,000 or 12K as they call it. Or is mine 24? I can't remember. Oh wait, it's right here. Hang on a sec. Here's a new bag of it. I wrote 24K on there, so it's 24. So that's 24,000 strands in it. So if you get multiple layers of this, what you're going to end up with is hundreds of thousands, right, of strands of carbon fiber, and it's building up on the inside like this. And so what I do is I build it up quite a bit on the inside on the bottom. Then I put my greased M5 screw through, and then I build it on the top so that there are layers here. Now the reason I do it this way, if you imagine that M5 screw going through those two things, and that there's a slit in here obviously so that this eventually can be pinched. So you put that M5 screw through, and when you tighten it down, it's pinching, right? Well, it is never going to come loose because you have built up thousands and thousands of strands of a material that is stronger than steel on the inside here and up here as well. So as that is pinching together, it's basically pulling against all of these strands, and these strands are all the way around the tube, so they can't break loose. And it's pulling against the direction in which this material, this carbon fiber, is the strongest in tensile strength. So this is the best way to make a pinch bolt that I could think of. And I don't think it'd be possible to break these loose. I think you would crush the tube that was in there long before you could break these loose. And so that is how I do it. If you need to do one, that's how I would do it. When you're done, and of course you put some layers of, or you put some epoxy kind of every time you do 2 or 3 strands, you got to put a little more epoxy on. And then once you get it laid up, it's the way you want, you can take your electrical tape, wrap it backwards, so sticky side out around it, to compress this stuff nice and tight, and then just poke a bunch of holes in it, boop, 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 with a needle. I keep one handy on the wall, and the excess epoxy will weep out, and you'll be left with a pretty light and really, really strong composite. Good? Excellent.